Hi, welcome to the National Critics' Choice online news. And here at this wine course held by the Italian Chamber of Commerce here in Singapore, Dane, tell us more about it.
This course is in its fourth year, and it was put together by the Italian Chamber of Commerce with the support of the Italian Embassy. The purpose of the course really is to try and give people more information about Italian wines. Italian wines is a complicated subject, whether it be for normal people, consumers, or even for trade. Italy is the largest wine producing country in the world, and it has many great varieties. We have 2,000 grape varieties, 30,000 wine producing estates, so it's a pretty complex subject.
Now, for those who are starting out to realize how great Italian wines are, what would you recommend for starters?
That's a very difficult question because different palates in different parts of the world have a different taste. For example, the Americans, for example, like big, heavy red wines with wood, and they've got to be fruity. Australian are very fruit-driven. But Italian wines are more like French wines. They're from the old world. They've got more of a wine taste. The fruit can be complex, and it can be flavoured by some wood or some other parts of the winemaking process. So it's difficult to recommend a wine, especially when there are, 30,000 wine producers, so many wines. What you have to do is find out a great variety or a style of wine that you like. So whether you like Chianti or Barolo or Amarone, and then you can take it from there. What this course tries to do is to help you identify which parts of Italian wines you like and which parts you don't like. That way you can say, okay, that variety, that style of wine is not for me. This style of wine and this variety is something that I enjoy.
Do classification or the taste of the wine matter? Or how do you balance that?
Both of them do. I mentioned just now that palates are different in different parts of the world. Typically the Asian palate doesn't like over dry wines and doesn't like a lot of tannin in wines, and this can be a challenge for certain grape varieties. So that's one part of the thing. It's somebody's personal taste, but in general the Asian palate doesn't like very dry wines. The second thing is that the Italian classification system, it's similar to French, but it's more complicated, which doesn't help anybody trying to learn about the wine. Because part of this course, right from the very foundation, is to try and help people understand classifications, so that when they pick up a bottle and start to read on the bottle, already the information that's there is telling them the quality of this wine, the region of the wine, and maybe what grape varieties are in it.
What's next for wines in the future? Do you think the screw caps are going to be a permanent adventure for all wine lovers?
Screw caps is a completely different issue, and the success of screw caps depends entirely on the market and whether that market accepts screw caps. The Australians have accepted screw caps. Many other markets are resistant, especially in fine wines. You will not find any wine maker that makes, let's say, medium to high-end wines with a screw cap top. And you will probably find that a lot of restaurants even wouldn't stock a wine that had a screw cap. So if I go to a restaurant and say, okay, which would you like? Would you like the cork or would you like the screw cap? 100% of the time it's going to be the cork.
How can our viewers contact for more information in attending the Italian wine course?
The best thing to do is contact the Italian Chamber of Commerce. They have the schedule and the content of each of the courses, and they can give a lot of information, and it's also, I believe, on their website as well.
By the way, Dane, do you have any plans to write a book about Italian wine any time in the future?
I don't think I'm going to live long enough to write the sort of book and the thickness of the book that you would have to write to cover Italian wines. It's just too complicated a subject. I do have plans to try and drink as many of the grape varieties as possible.
What would be your one wish?
I did have a wish to own a vineyard in Italy, and then I was advised by, I have many friends who are in the winemaking business and own vineyards in Italy. I was advised by them, don't. What they said, I have some olive oil trees, they said, you give us the olive oil, we'll exchange it for the wine. Winemaking is a risky business.
So what would be the one wine region in Italy that you've not been to that you wish that you had gone to?
Sardinia.
But once again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.